Now we're learning goal number 31, area of composite figures. Learning goal number 31, area of composite figures. So a composite figure is made up of two or more shapes. For example, if I were to take a rectangle and add a half circle to it and then a triangle, right? That's an example of a composite figure where there's three different separate figures here, and what we're going to be finding the area of those. So to do that, you would find the area of each piece and then add them all together. Okay? Some notable area formulas we're going to need to use. Parallelogram. That's area is equal to a base times a height. Now a parallelogram could just be a parallelogram. It could be a rhombus, it could be a square, it could be a rectangle. So all four of those could have that similar formula. A triangle, area is equal to 1/2 base times height. Trapezoid, we talked about that. That's two parallel sides, and then the other sides are not parallel. Area is equal to 1/2 times the height times the two bases added together. And then finally, a circle, area is equal to pi r squared. So, for example, in this problem, I would find the area of one whole circle and then divide it by 2 to get this area. And then I would find the area of this rectangle, which is a parallelogram, take length times width, or base times height, add that to the other one, and then I find the area of the triangle, 1/2 base times height, and add that all together. And that's how you find the area of a composite figure. All right, so what we are looking at here is we have a parallelogram up top and a rectangle down bottom. And if it helps, you could separate these two figures and draw them separate and go from there. So if you look, the rectangle on the bottom is 12 meters by 4 meters. That's pretty self-explanatory, pretty simple to see. And then up top, you see the parallelogram, right? And the height is labeled as 7 meters, but then you're a little bit, like, you don't know the other measurements. But what you have to realize is it shares this side with the rectangle, and that side has to be 12 meters. So there you go. All right, if I want to find the area of a rectangle, I'm going to take length times width. Pretty simple. Length times width in this case, length is 12. Let me put that in parentheses. Width is going to be 4. 12 times 4, 48. And that is meters squared. Okay, that's the area of this portion. Great. Now let's find the area of the parallelogram. Parallelogram. Find the area of the parallelogram. Base times height. Base is 12. Height is 7. 12 times 7 gives us 84. So you got 84 meters squared there. So that's the area of this portion. So I find those two separate areas. Now what I need to do, if I want to find the area of the whole thing, just add those two together. 48 plus 84, 2, carry the 1. Crap, brain fart. 132 meters squared. That's the overall area of these two figures, 132 meters squared. How did I do that? Found the area of the rectangle, found the area of the parallelogram, added them together. If I had a half circle or a triangle or whatever, I would have found those areas also and added them also. Okay, this next figure is going to be a little bit different. I'm trying to find the area of the shaded figure. And what I see here is that I see a rectangle that was once whole. And then what I've done is I've taken a half circle away from it. So I got like a chocolate bar and I took a big bite out of it. What's left? Okay, so to think about this, we once had a rectangle that was 10 feet by 8 feet. If I find the area of that, I take length times width. Write my formula. I take 10 times 8. 10 times 8, 80 feet squared. So this had an area of 80 feet squared. But then I took away the half circle. I took away the half circle. So what I need to do is I need to figure out how much of that is the half circle, and then take that away from 80. So I'm going to subtract something from 80 here. Okay, so the half circle. Oh. Sorry, that's an awful half circle. It's sort of got a little rut in the board there. Okay, so to find the area of that half circle, what do I know about it? Well, this side over here was 8 feet, so this side over here has to be 8 feet also. And that would be the diameter of my half circle, right? That would be the diameter of my half circle. Well, I'm not going to find the area of a half circle quite yet. I'm going to find the area of a full circle, and then I'm just going to cut it in half. Okay, so area is 3.14 times r squared. The diameter is 8, so the radius would be half that, 4. 4 squared is 16. I got 3.14 times 16. See here, 3.14 times 16. It's going to give me 50.24 feet squared. 50.24 feet squared. That is the area of a full circle. Divide that by 2. 25.12 feet squared. That right there is the area of that half circle. Well, I had the rectangle that was 80, and then I took away that much area. So to find the remaining area, I need to take 80 and minus 25.12 from it. 80 minus 25.12 gives me 54.88, which I will round to 54.9 feet squared. What I need to understand here is that in the last example, I had 2 figures put together. I found out the area of both of those and added them. Here I have one figure and I'm taking another figure away from there. So think about that. That involves subtraction. Find the area of the bigger figure and then take away what was taken from it. And that'll give you your new area of this composite figure. Okay, now you need to find the area of this figure on your own.
Turn down for what?